Hey you, yeah you who clicked on this video. Thanks for giving our channel a shot. And if you will, please do us the honor of watching the video all the way through. Appreciate it. Now onto the video. Far be it from me to bury the lead in this series because obviously this series has no idea what subtlety means. So let's just get this out of the way. Early. So The Last of Us episode 5, entitled Endure and Survive, is literally, and I kid you not, this is not hyperbole, is about a Karen chasing down two black boys, one with special needs during Black History Month, with a militia behind her. I wish I was joking. Let's get into it. So this episode is interesting. It gives a little bit of backstory on Kathleen, Henry, and Sam, but it's not done in a way that really gives you a lot of information. And I think that that's necessary because Kathleen's character is very shallow, like I'm talking about a puddle shallow, and it doesn't get any better going through the episode. Then you have Henry and Sam, who are basically a box ticking exercise for this episode. If you play the game, you know that Henry and Sam are characters in the game. However, their portrayal in this series is a really large departure from how they're portrayed in the game, and I feel like it's a detriment to both characters. So starting with Henry, Henry is, I want to say he's de-aged a bit. He's definitely younger than he is in the game, and as a result, it kind of makes it worse. The fact that Kathleen is hunting them down. In the game, there are two survivors that meet up with Ellie and Joel and basically form a bond between them, which really is helpful for Ellie and Joel. It really brings out their humanity. But in this, they are essentially collaborators with Fedra. And when Fedra is ultimately taken down by Kathleen and her militia, God, don't get me started on that. They are hunting down the collaborators, but with a special focus on Henry, because Henry is ultimately responsible for Kathleen's brother, Mike, I think his name is, being killed by Fedra, or jailed and killed by Fedra. Now, again, this is just really, there are a lot of plot holes in this episode, just like there were a lot of plot holes in the episode prior, but I really don't like this box ticking exercise, and I'll tell you why. So Sam in this game, Henry's little brother, in the game, he is he's a little boy. He's full of life. You know, he's a real bright spot in an otherwise terrible environment and terrible situation in The Last of Us. But in the show, they felt that this wasn't enough. Oh, no. Not only does he need to be a little black kid in this, like he was in the game, but he also needs to have handicaps. He has special needs. And it really kind of just, like I say, it's just this big box ticking exercise, and it's shown less so in the character of Kathleen. But like the character of Kathleen, who's overweight in the apocalypse somehow, has led a militia in spite of her brother, who was the real leader, dying, and then her somehow taking over the reins and being able to command all of these soldiers, or I guess they were citizens before they were soldiers. She now is in command of them, and she's just giving them stupid order after stupid order. Hey, let's not focus on defenses, on setting perimeters, on making sure that our new Kansas City is better than what Fedra left us with. Oh, no. Let's go chase down the black boys for barbecue grilling outside. That's basically how she comes off. She comes off as the worst type of Karen, and even though she has a legitimate beef, the actress's way of delivering the lines and just way of being is just so petty and sad, and it's really a wonder why anybody is following her, and it's really annoying. Not to mention Joel and Ellie, who, you know, they're okay in this episode, but Joel again is definitely out of character from what we know him as from the game. But even if I was coming at this from a fresh perspective and I had no idea what The Last of Us is, the writing, or rather not the writing, but the way that the plot is set up is done so haphazardly and foolishly that it really just comes off as dumb. I mean, whether we're talking about the motivation for hunting down two little boys when we've just won basically a revolution, the idea that because we have to save money and really try to shock and awe with the zombie presence. We have to come up with these really stupid and contrived reasons why there are very few infected on the streets or just in the area in general. The way that they set this up, it's almost like, what is the point of even having a cure? Because the infected basically are situational at best. Like they show up in situations. They're never just omnipresent like they are in the game, and like they should be in a world that has literally been destroyed from 20 years of this plague that turns people into basically plant monsters. So it's just, like I said, I like parts of this episode, but ultimately, besides the box ticking, the contrived dialogue, and really just the situational nature of how the rules of this world work, it just comes off as irritating at best. But like I said, let me know what you guys think about this episode in the comments section, whether you loved it, whether you thought it was appropriate to, again, have a Karen chasing down little black boys during Black History Month, or whether you think I'm just seeing too much into it. Sound off in the comment section below. We'll see you on the next one. 8-Bit Heroes out. Peace. If you'd like to get a shout out on the channel, then hit that like button, maybe share it with a couple of friends, and do us the biggest honor of all, and subscribe to the channel so you can join the 8-Bit Heroes family. And while you're at it, hit that bell icon so you can be notified when our new videos come out.